today I'm going to be showing you all of the 14 part locations for the new car dealership Tycoon Hunt event. But there isn't much to say apart from I'm going to be showing you these locations so you can get the car. Before I get into it, please like and subscribe. I'm trying to reach 100k by the end of the year. We're getting there, so please contribute to that and subscribe. Thank you very much. And, no, what happened to my hot dog? Ladies and gentlemen, I am on my alt because essentially I had to complete the event on my main, on my stream. So, I had to, yeah, you guys get it. Alright, so ladies and gentlemen, we recently just had a CDT update where they added a new part hunt, a new car factory hunt. So if you head to the car factory over here, you talk to the mechanic, you first have to build the actual factory itself, and then you can start the hunt. Pharaoh behind me right here. You have to talk to the mechanic, find 10 parts to build a factory. Now, it gives you a map of all the factory parts, so this will be pretty easy eventually. So once you complete that car factory hunt and collect 10 parts and build the car factory, you get this spoiler, which is pretty cool, but that is not the main sort of objective for this. Once you've built the factory, you have to go back into the factory and talk to the mechanic again. So the first quest is to collect a part on the map. Now, not all of the parts come from actually finding them on the map. Some of them come from challenges, which you simply just kind of have to do. So the first part is going to be right over here at this corner of the airport, and then after each part you have to drive back to the car factory. It's probably much more efficient to teleport to like the season 10 race and then drive here, but you talk to the mechanic again. What has happened here, mate? You talk to him again, he says thank you. Then there are these 3 sort of pieces of equipment you also need to get. So you have to get a blueprint, you have to get a welder, and you have to get a spray paint. But those are sort of like dotted around the event. I'm so confused. Do the Harlem Shake take into a new level? So you have to collect 1 blueprint, 1 welder, and 1 spray paint can, which is just in the actual factory. But the blueprint is at the foot of the limited museum right in here. You have to pick it up, you'll see it goes in your hand, and you simply have to take it back to the mechanic. Once you take it back to him, you'll get these brake discs, and then he'll give you another part to collect. So this next part, the seats are in between the 2 little bodies of water on the off-road race. Just here, the small neighborhood is over there, and then each of these times you have to go back to the mechanic, talk to him, and then get the next task. So drive 15 miles, that's kind of self-explanatory. 12. And just like that, you get another set of brake discs. The next part is going to be on the foot of this cliff, just next to the neighborhood and overlooking the circuit race. Up here is going to be a set of doors. Now, next up, you have to deliver a welder. Now, the welder is at this gas station here, on this sort of like secondary building. You'll see this little blue box. You have to take this blue box and deliver it back to the car factory and to the mechanic. Now, this next one did take me a while at first, but now that I know the location, I can tell you that this next part is on this little rock here, next to the season 10 race. It's sort of camouflaged, so it's quite hard to see, but that is the next part. Next up, you have to drive 5 laps of any race. Since on this alt account I don't have a fast car, I'm just going to do this race, but your best race point going to be the oval race, because that's more or less just a straight line. I'm doing this simply because I don't really have a fast car, and I also I can't drive. Now, this next part is on this sort of like middle cliff here. Not at the top where the neighborhood is, not at the bottom where this road is, but in the middle, you'll find the front of the car. Next up, you have to get 5 stars from 2 different customers at your dealership. I've barely even done my dealership. Alright, let's do this then. Pretty sure all you need is a sell desk, maybe a car or 2 on the dealership. Let's put a larder there. Hopefully that'll attract people. 2,000. Hello, what would you like to buy, my friend? And then what you have to do is you have to match their spec. Pretty easy. And then give it to them, get 5 stars, and just do that once more. Now, this next part is going to be on the second to last floor of the taller parking garage. You just have to go up here, drive all the way up, and the part will be on the second to last level. So just like that, grab that part. As you can see, we're on the taller one, and it's on the second to last floor. Next up, you have to deliver 2 cars to customers. This should be pretty easy. You just have to take your delivery cars and, well, go to the customers. I'm delivering an F1 car to this man. Or an Indy car, I don't know. Now, do try to be careful not to crash. I've crashed this thing like 3 times before. And just do that once more and you'll have the car part. Now, what I believe is the final part, which you actually have to find on the map. What you have to do is you have to go to this little bridge near the drag race, and it'll be under this bridge. These are some like rear lights, I guess. So once you do this, you head back to the factory. What the hell is that thing, bruv? Now, the last part isn't actually that difficult. Essentially, what you have to do is you have to grab a paint gun and paint the car. Paint gun is on the second floor of the 4th of the factory. Just up here, you take this and you spam left click or spam tap on the car to paint it. It'll take maybe like a minute. You don't have to move around. It doesn't matter. I don't know why it's I'm spraying the floor, but I don't even know. But essentially, the car will start turning red, and when it becomes fully red, you'll actually have the part. And then you talk to the mechanic, and he will give you the support alert, Mr. X, the new Porsche Mission R. This guy's done it, but I would strongly advise you do not do that, because this thing apparently has a unique shade of color. Essentially, once you change the color, you cannot get the stock color back. It's impossible. So I'd keep this thing a stock spec, but it is very, very quick, and also drift pretty well as well. Let me know how you found that, and like and subscribe. I'm trying to reach 100k by the end of the year, and thank you very much. Bye.